The Philippines' very own Luis Antonio Cardinal Tagle is reportedly being considered to succeed Pope Francis as the head of the Catholic Church. Businesses are now struggling to find white onions as growers report a slower harvest this year. Prices of white sugar is also on the rise as import shipments face delays. And 7'3" big man Soto will be playing for Gilas Pilipinas in the fourth window of the FIBA World Cup Asian qualifiers. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Sean Yao. Former Manila Archbishop Luis Antonio Cardinal Tagle is reportedly one of the candidates being eyed to succeed Pope Francis. Mon Gualvez with the report.
Speculation that Pope Francis might retire because of health issues continues to spread in the Vatican. Francis' predecessor, Pope Benedict XVI, did this back in February 2013 when he resigned due to his advanced age. Last July, the 85-year-old Pope underwent surgery to remove part of his colon, which has narrowed due to diverticulitis or an inflammation on the intestinal wall. Now, Pope Francis is often seen with a cane or on a wheelchair due to a fractured and inflamed ligament on his knee. Francis himself floated the idea that he might already need to rest when he visited Canada last month. With this, talks on who will succeed the Pope once he steps down is slowly gaining momentum. Hungarian Cardinal Peter Erdo and former Manila Archbishop Luis Antonio Cardinal Tagle are among the top candidates being considered. Erdo is a conservative canon law expert. Among his beliefs is that Catholics who divorced or remarried must not be allowed to receive Holy Communion, while Tagle, on the other hand, is seen to win the votes of the liberals and progressives. Tagle made buzz for criticizing those who use harsh words against LGBTQ+ Catholics. But since the Pope has not officially announced his plans, the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines or CBCP has also kept mum about the matter.
Wala pa naman tayong nakikita ng mga indikasyon na kinakailangan na natin pumili ng magiging pinuno ng Katolikong simbahan. So, premature. And at the same time, bigyan natin ng respeto din ng kasalukuyang Santo Papa. Maganda yung kanyang ginagawa.
An article from American news magazine Newsweek said the next pope could either be black or Asian. Benedict, upon his retirement, pushed for Tagle before to be included among the papal contenders, which is why some people are not surprised that his name is once again being floated as a papabile.
Nung tumayo siya para i-address yung madla sa labas ng Imus Cathedral, parang kitang-kita ko na ito yung Pope, ito yung first Filipino Pope.
Tagle's barber in Imus, Cavite, where he was ordained, said the cardinal was kind, wise, and accommodating.
Pag ginugupitan ko siya, at maraming tao talagang halos hindi ko po magupitan. Dito sa simbahan pa, bago kami nagsimula, maraming tao munang parang artista. Ganoon siya.
Meanwhile, in a statement sent to News 5, Tagle himself appealed for restraint in discussing the matter, adding that the Pope is still in the pink of health. For News 5, Mon Gualvez, we are One News.
And the Philippine Competition Commission is now looking into the antitrust cases filed by Dito Telecommunity against Globe and Smart. In an interview with Agenda, PCC officer in charge Johannes Bernabe said they are now determining how valid these complaints are. Dito has accused its two competitors of violating their interconnection agreement. Bernabe said Globe and Smart will each be required to pay up to 100 million pesos in penalties if antitrust complaints against them are proven.
There are very numerous grounds that we have to look at. For instance, is it a matter that is appropriate for us to assume jurisdiction on? Is it a competition issue or is it a contractual issue? The Commission and Bank has to decide on that.
And the Philippines has scrapped a 12 billion peso helicopter procurement deal with Russia. Former Defense Chief Delfin Lorenzana confirmed that former President Rodrigo Duterte himself called off the deal after Washington issued sanctions against Moscow for attacking the Ukraine. The Philippines was supposed to procure 16 helicopters from Russia to beef up military assets. The Defense Department said it is now formalizing the termination of that contract. We will be back with more stories after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The prices of white onions and white sugar are both on the rise as supply falls short. Shaila Francisco with the report.
Shawarma and beef steak. These are just some of the dishes that are not complete without white onions. But businesses are now struggling to get their supply of the vegetable. The same thing goes for trading posts and leading markets around the metro. Because of the supply shortage, the price of white onion now ranges from 250 to 400 pesos per kilo. This is why some restaurants are forced to raise prices as they can't afford using red onions as alternative.
Onions is one of those core ingredients sa maraming menu. Kaya mahirap.
Onion growers say there are fewer harvests of white onions this year. Aside from high production costs, growers are preferring to plant the red variety as it is cheaper and it takes longer to rot. They also warn that supplies of white onion are running out fast after the last harvest ended in April.
4 to 5 months lang ma'am pinakamatagal ng white. September po pala kakapalik kasunod ma'am. Ang ganda na lang po yan.
The DA also admits that there is a problem in the supply of white onions.
Ang presyo po sa palengke is driven by the supply. Kaya po tinitingnan natin ang inventory situation, ilan ang nasa cold storage facility, ilan ang nasira. Dahil meron din po mga nasira, so pag ganun po, merong kakulangan.
They are now looking into importing the white variety while they wait for planting season to start in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, the supply of white sugar is expected to run out by the end of the month. Recall that sugar imports were delayed, forcing manufacturers to source stocks from the local market, which drove demand and prices up. White sugar prices have now reached up to 115 pesos per kilo.
Pag tinanong mo yung mga industrials, malaki silang backlog. Malaking backlog. Ibig sabihin, ito yung production sana nila, they had to cut down. If you will notice, there are some products now that are not available in the sari-sari stores. More on the drinks, the soft drinks. That's because of no supply.
The SRA approved the importation of 300,000 metric tons of sugar, half of which will go to the local market. The important supply is expected to arrive next month. For now, they are planning to impose a 90 peso SRP for white sugar to prevent prices from skyrocketing. Shaila Francisco, We Are One News.
And Kai Soto is joining Gilas Pilipinas for the fourth window of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers later this month. The SBP or Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas says Soto will arrive in Manila on August 18. He is currently in Australia with the Adelaide 76ers of the National Basketball League. The SBP will release the complete list of players after the PBA semifinals. The fourth window will be on August 25 and August 29. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.